We'll call the special meeting of the City Council to order. You could please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Led by Councilman James.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. This meeting, the purpose of the meeting is to consider appropriating money for groups of that serve our citizens. Appropriating money from a budget line item that has $25,000 in it. And the way that we normally do this is we go through each organization, and it's in the order that's on this sheet, and I don't have any idea how it was put in this order, so it's just the order. Any council member who wishes to ask questions of the group is welcome to do so. Three or four of us have been through this multiple years, so most everybody on the list, we know who you are and what you do, and we may not have questions for you. We have some other council members who are newer to us that may not know what you do for the community. So there may be more questions from certain council members because they're not knowledgeable about what you do. The only admonition I give to the council is that if you ask a question that you try to be as fair as possible to all the applicants so that you would ask a similar question to those other applicants also, so that you don't end up penalizing or making one, benefiting one more than the other. With that, and then when we get finished, each of the council people has a worksheet, and on that worksheet we will enter in an amount of an appropriation for each organization with all of the appropriations that we decide on, at least in theory, coming up to the total that we have to give, which is $25,000. The staff will then take these worksheets from us, and they will go through and see what each council person has suggested as the amount to be given to that organization. And generally through a numerical average, we'll come up with an average of the council and come up with what this council averages will all add up to $25,000 at the end of the day. And then that will come back to council at our next regularly scheduled meeting. So that council can look at what consensus seems to be, and we can discuss whether we want to alter that consensus, maybe because the mathematical average doesn't express what a particular council member or group of council members wants to see happen. So we'll go through the meeting tonight. We'll put in these numerical votes. Staff will come up with a number, and then we'll come back at our next meeting and we'll make the actual appropriations themselves. So does anybody in the audience have any questions? Because from this very clear explanation of a convoluted process. But no, you already went through it. You can't ask questions.
Yeah. Can you give it a quick little spiel?
Everyone, I'm going to call everyone up in order, again, in the order I got here. And you're welcome to say, a couple minutes to talk to what you do in the community and how you're going to use this money. The only thing I would tell you is that I have 14 organizations on my list. I don't know for sure how many of them are here, but if all 14 are here and you use 5 minutes each, and there's any questions at all, then we're looking at 3 or 4 hour process, which probably is not in anybody's best interest. So some of you are well enough known to everybody in the community, you probably don't need to have 5 minutes to say anything. Others, you may need to have a few minutes because we don't know who you were or are, or there's some of the council doesn't know you. So I would just ask you to use your best judgment on what you need to say so that we can get through the process in a reasonable period of time. Okay? Any questions from council? No? All right. So we're going to start it again. I don't know for sure who's here and who's not. So if someone I call on them and they're not here, that doesn't mean that we're going to not give them any money. It just means that maybe they believe that we know who they are. They can't be here, and so they're not here. So we're not gonna count that necessarily against anyone, but you know, we're gonna, every council member is free to make their own choice on how they want to allocate this money. So the first group is the Agua Fria Food and Clothing Bank. Do we have an Agua Fria representative?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, if you would like to step up. I think we probably have a good idea of what you do.
I think so.
Sometimes you have specific problems, like there was one year you came and you needed a refrigerator, or you needed something that was a specific item that was of a dire need. And so if you have something specific that you need to talk to us about, we're happy to hear that.
There's no specific need or capital cost this year. If awarded again, it's just going to go to the food and clothing, the regular services designated for Litchfield residents. So otherwise, if anyone has questions about the food bank in general or the application specifically, I can answer them, but I don't need to take up any more
Any
time.
questions from council? Okay, thank you for being here.
Can I have your contact information for another nonprofit that's giving out money?
Yes. Yeah. I'll give you a card. Is that okay?
We can get it through Matthew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we
I'll make sure.
All right,
Cool.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next item is the Blue Star Moms of the Southwest Valley. Do we have a Blue Star person here? Don't see anyone, all right. Next one is Catitude Arts, Sandy Reagan.
Mayor Show, Vice Mayor Faith, council members, and city staff. My name is Sandy Reagan. I'm a 39-year resident of the city of Litchfield Park, and I'm here to represent Catitude Arts. At Catitude Arts, we feel like arts is an important fabric of a community. It brings people together. The culture that has been in Litchfield Park for many years has been growing year after year after year. I would entertain any questions that you might have.
Any questions from council? Everybody know what Catitude does?
It was in the packet.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
you.
Next item is the Avondale Senior Services. Before she comes up, I want to take this mint out of my mouth because this is the one organization that I always give a pitch to the council on. We have a number of senior citizens that live in our community, and we do not have a robust way to serve them. And so what happens is Avondale steps in our stead and provides services to our seniors who are in need. And they ask us for an amount that generally doesn't even cover the cost to service our residents. But this is one that I feel very strongly about, that we need to, this is what our appropriations are all about. People that we have in our community that really need the help, and that we're not able to deal with that so well because we only have a few of them. But we need to make sure that we satisfy and you know, that we provide the service, we provide the support that the city of Avondale needs to support our residents. So with that, if you please add something that's more eloquent.
Thank you, Mayor Show. Nice to meet all the new council members. My name's Erin. I've been with the city for over 12 years, but yeah, we've been experiencing 10% increase expected this year, as well as a lot of extra food costs. So we're anticipating the city of Avondale is proposing to purchase a new vehicle to offer some new transportation this year. We've seen a lot of new activities. We've had some new staff on board that you saw on there. I welcome you all to join us anytime if you want to come visit. We're bursting at the seams and everyone's real happy over there. So nice to meet you all. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Next group is the Friends of the Southwest Family Advocacy Center. This is a new group.
What order it's in? I know what order it's in, alphabetical.
You get two for the price of one. I'm Maureen Wilson. I'm the treasurer at the Friends of the Southwest Family Advocacy Center. We are the funding source for all the extra therapies and services and clothing and security and emergency transportation and the many items that the victims that the Advocacy Center serves receive. So there's things that the governments can provide, the cities that do fund us, and there's things that they cannot. So the Friends Board, we go out and raise all kinds of money to do all the wonderful things to bring these victims back to the whole person they were before the sexual assault occurred. And Jeremiah will tell you what we need the money for.
No, there's not a specific need for these dollars. It'll just be for the general programming support of the center. Again, they'll be earmarked for Litchfield residents at the center and for families and kids and women. If you have any questions, Maureen or I can answer them.
I will tell you that in total, we served 2,800 new victims last year. That was an increase of more than 500 new victims, and that's the kind of growth we don't want to see.
Any questions or comments? Thank you. We appreciate the work you do for our community. Okay, next one on my list is a homeless youth connection, but I'm telling you that I understand that Dawn could not be here tonight because she's recovering from eye surgery. So homeless youth connection. Next item is the Litchfield Elementary PTSA.
Hello, my name is Sydney Bauman. I'm part of Litchfield Elementary's PTSA. I'm a new member of our PTSA as of last year, and I took over our fall carnival, as I hope many of you have attended. This year increased over 1,500 attendees, and it's a sought out event that we put this money towards to plan each and every year to serve not only our children at the school, but the entire community.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Next group is the Litchfield Park Little League, who also is not having a representative because they're coaching Little League. Okay. So, next group is Meals of Joy.
Who is this guy? He's been doing everything.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah. I write grants for the food bank and for the Friends and for Meals of Joy. I'm glad that Maureen was here at least because everyone else is out of town or having surgery, or that's why Larry's not here. If you're not familiar with Meals of Joy, founded by Larry, and it's a home delivery meal service for seniors in the Southwest Valley. They make the meals fresh every day. They deliver them in person every day. There's a volunteer that goes to the home and talks to the senior every single day, and there's that interaction. I'm here to answer questions.
Questions from anybody on the council? Thank you.
Thank you.
Next group is One Step Beyond Inc.
Hi, my name is Tamara Silva. I'm with One Step Beyond. Are you familiar? Would you want me to kind of overall? So what we do is we serve adults with intellectual disabilities. We provide a day program. We have workforce development. We have a culinary catering program, recreation, arts and sports program. We have 5 campuses across Phoenix, and specific funding is for our Southwest campus that opened last year. And we're requesting money for a gardening program where it adds to help with the benefits for individuals with intellectual disabilities struggle with nutrition a lot of the time. So really teaching them to connect with the food, kind of showing them the farm to table, but also giving them life skills to help them.
Questions? Mr. Vice Mayor, you haven't asked one group about how many people are in this one.
Oh, I actually have been reading. I noticed one group had none in the city, so.
All right. Thank you. Next group is the PW Litchfield Heritage Center.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm Lisa Hegarty with the PWO Litchfield Heritage Center. I think most of you are familiar with our organization, our museum. Just want to take the opportunity to thank you for your support and your funding in our previous year's appropriations, and you've allowed us to put on a lot of different programming that allows us to reach a lot of different segments of the population. So this year, we did our Las Posadas cultural event at St. Thomas, the original St. Thomas Aquinas Mission Church. We have funds that were put towards our Crossroads of Change exhibit. Encourage you to stop by. It's really wonderful. It's kind of an intersection of art and history of black and white photography that kind of traces some of our regional history. We've collected additional oral histories this past year. We've had, with your support, been able to continue to store our artifacts and archives in climate-controlled storage. And we continue to have our Heritage Lecture Series, and this year we piloted more family programming. So free family programming once a month. It's our Discovery Days program, open to all. And each month is a different theme. And all of it is hands-on learning, and it applies to some aspect of our local history. So we're very excited about that. And much of our request for the coming year is very similar, so that we continue those types of programs. So.
Thank you. Any questions? Thank you very much. Next group is the Sounds of Autism.
Everyone, so I'm here representing our founder, Cricket Barrientos. She couldn't be here today, so I came in her behalf. So she sent me what she wanted you to tell you guys, of course. So she says the grant we are applying for is for us to continue our work throughout the city of Litchfield Park. We are working to get to a status of unified. That means we are working with at-risk autism families, community leaders such as city councils, first responders, and educational leaders. We have chosen to work in this population because they all work directly with families, especially during crisis. And we want to ensure we are doing our part to support the different layers of lenders to ensure that no one ever remains at risk. In Litchfield Park, we have received many calls to support, for support over the last fiscal year. Families with critical and daily needs, and this outreach continues to grow through our individual outreach through our collaborating partners and first responders. We anticipate supporting over 200 individuals with the city through all our outreach programs. We are supporting with the Litchfield Park Elementary School District, Agua Fria High School District, families from the Luke AF Base and West Valley Mavericks, and Avondale PD Crisis Response Program. Our Unified Responder Community rubric we created to ensure his involvement and interest of the communities we serve. At this time, Litchfield Park is slotted to receive our United Responders Community Award with this next grant cycle, which is very exciting. We have seen your community support our efforts, and as families continue to hear about us, they are now reaching out by referrals offered to them by the many Litchfield community ambassadors we have supporting our cause. Thank you. Any questions?
Questions for council?
No.
Well, thank you very much for your
Thank you.
presentation.
Sorry.
Next group is Southwest Plaza.
Good evening, comrades. I miss you. Anyway, I am here representing Southwest Lending Closet, in particular for our new council members. So I've been on the board for 8 years. And as you may or may not know, the Southwest Lending Closet loans medical equipment to anybody in need statewide for free for 90 days walkers, crutches, wheelchairs, whatever you need. They're fully volunteer based, not one paid employee, and they actually exist off of donations, tax credit, and community grants. So awesome organization. Believe it or not, it's their 25th year this year in May, but still a lot of people that don't know about it. So spread the word and we'd love your support.
Questions for Southwest Learning Club?
Thank you.
Thank you. The final group is the Valley of the Sun YMCA. Like we do not have representatives, so you have information in your packets about the YMCA. Ms. City Clerk, when do we need to get these sheets filled out? A week or so? Is that-
April 25th.
Oh, I'm sorry, April 25th. We have a date. All right, April 25th, we need your sheets back in.
To Terry, yes.
Okay. I don't think we have anything else to do on this, so the meeting is closed.